Did you know that the lives of the Battlestar Galactica 1978 actors were sometimes far more dramatic than the show itself? After the show aired, they became famous overnight, but their lives then took completely different paths. Some overcame fatal illnesses, some built multi-million-dollar businesses, and still others spent their entire lives trying to bring their beloved series back to the big screen. Decades have passed, and today, their real-life stories are sometimes even more surprising than the space adventures the world once watched. 1. Dirk Benedict as Lieutenant Starbuck. In 1978, Dirk Benedict was 33 years old when he played the charismatic fighter pilot Starbuck. His character was daring, adventurous, and slightly reckless, and this is precisely what made him memorable to viewers. Starbuck became a symbol of courage and freedom. But few people know that even before the series aired, Benedict faced a serious threat. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Doctors offered standard treatment, surgery, and radiation. However, the actor rejected traditional therapy and completely changed his lifestyle. He adopted a strict macrobiotic diet, inspired by actress Gloria Swanson. Many considered this a risky decision, but after a few years, the disease receded. He later shared his story in the book Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy and has long advocated for natural methods of restoring health. After Battlestar Galactica, Benedict landed another iconic role face on the A-Team. This made him one of the few actors to star in two iconic television shows back-to-back. In 1998, his life took another surprise. He discovered he had an adult son, John Talbert, born from a previous relationship and given up for adoption. They later found each other and reconnected. The actor also has two sons from his marriage to actress Toni Hudson. Today, Dirk Benedict is nearly 80 years old, and his net worth is estimated at approximately $2 million. 2. Lorne Greene as Commander Adama. If Starbuck was the spirit of the series, Lorne Greene was its heart. He was 63 years old when he played the wise and strong naval leader, Commander Adama. But long before that, he was already a global star. Lorne Greene rose to fame thanks to his role as Ben Cartwright in the legendary Western Bonanza, which remained one of the most popular series on television for many years. During his peak popularity, he earned around $50,000 per episode, a huge salary by the standards of the time. Even earlier, during World War II, he worked as an announcer for CBC Radio, reading news broadcasts for all of Canada. His voice was so famous that he was called the Voice of Canada. Interestingly, in 1964, he even became a music star. His spoken-word country song, Ringo, unexpectedly reached #1 on the pop charts, rivaling groups like the Beatles. On September 11, 1987, Lorne Greene died at the age of 72 due to complications from surgery. His net worth was estimated at between $10 and $20 million. 3. Richard Hatch Captain Apollo. Richard Hatch's story is considered one of the most unusual in the world of science fiction television. He was 30 years old when he played Captain Apollo, one of the series' main characters. He even received a Golden Globe nomination for the role, a huge achievement for a science fiction show. When the series was canceled, most of the actors simply moved on with their careers. But Hatch decided to fight for the show's return. Over the years, he attended fan conventions, wrote books about the show's universe, and constantly tried to convince studios to bring the story back to screen. In the late 1990s, he even took out a second mortgage on his own home to finance a trailer for The Second Coming, which was intended to show studios what a sequel might look like. When Battlestar Galactica was finally rebooted in 2003, it was a completely new version of the story. But rather than be offended, Hatch agreed to play Tom Zarek's character in the new series. On February 7, 2017, Richard Hatch died at the age of 71 from pancreatic cancer. His net worth at the time was approximately $200,000. 4. Jane Seymour as Serena. Jane Seymour appeared on the show for just a few episodes, playing Serena, Apollo's love interest. She was 27 years old at the time. Although her role was small, her acting career was just beginning. She later became world famous thanks to the series Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, which ran for 6 seasons and enjoyed a huge audience. But Seymour didn't limit herself to acting. She created the popular jewelry line Open Heart, wrote several books, painted, and invested in real estate. Despite 4 marriages and financial difficulties following her third husband's bankruptcy, the actress rebuilt her fortune. Today, it is estimated at approximately $60–70 million, making her the richest person among the original cast members. Today, Jane Seymour is approximately 74 years old and continues to work actively. 5. Maren Jensen, Lieutenant Athena. Maren Jensen was only 22 years old when she played Lieutenant Athena. She was considered one of the most promising actresses on the show. However, she later unexpectedly left acting and went into business. In 1993, she co-founded the cosmetics brand Stila, which was later sold in Sephora stores and became a well-known makeup brand. In her youth, she was in a relationship with musician Don Henley of the Eagles. Today, Maren Jensen lives a quiet life and rarely appears in public. 6. Loretta Spang, Cassiopeia. Loretta Spang was 27 years old when she played Cassiopeia. Interestingly, her contract with Universal was ending at the time, leaving her almost out of work. Her role in the series literally saved her career. On February 16, 1980, she married actor John McCook. Their marriage has lasted over 40 years, a rarity in Hollywood. Their daughter, Molly McCook, also became an actress. 7. John Colicos, Count Baltar. Count Baltar was one of the most iconic villains in 1970s science fiction. John Colicos was 49 years old when he played the character. Interestingly, he also had ties to the Star Trek universe. Back in 1967, he played the character Kor in the original series, and decades later, he returned to the same role in Star Trek: Deep Space Nine. On March 6, 2000, the actor died in Toronto from a series of heart attacks at the age of 71. 8. Anne Lockhart as Lieutenant Sheba. Anne Lockhart was 25 years old when she played Pilot Sheba. Interestingly, director John Carpenter wanted her for the lead role in Halloween, but she was busy with Battlestar Galactica. Jamie Lee Curtis ultimately got the role and became a global star. In 1994, the actress's husband died in a motorcycle accident, leaving her alone with 2 children. She later devoted herself to theater projects and charity work. 9. Terry Carter as Colonel Ty. Terry Carter played the stern and reliable Colonel Ty, but his life was much broader than television. In 1965, he became the first black television news anchor in New England, paving the way for future generations of journalists. He later created dozens of documentaries for PBS and cultural organizations. The actor died on April 23, 2024, at the age of 95. 10. Noah Hathaway, Boxy. Noah Hathaway was the youngest member of the cast. He was only 6 years old when he played Boxy, an orphan adopted by Apollo. He later played a Trey in the cult film The Neverending Story in 1984. After his acting career, he took up martial arts, became a karate and Muay Thai instructor, and also worked as a tattoo artist. The cast of Battlestar Galactica 1978 lived very different lives. Some became millionaires, some left the industry, and some remained faithful to their project until the end of their lives.